Hi everyone, welcome to HIIT Core Yoga. It's Wednesday night. Tonight we are going to do a wall and a chair workout. So those are the props that we're going to use for the class. So hopefully you have a wall nearby, like a blank wall, and a kitchen chair of some sort. I'll show you what I'm using is just a regular kind of wooden chair. Has to be somewhat sturdy, and then the back is going to kind of go up against a wall, so that's going to make it even more sturdy for you. But if you just have something like an ottoman, that's fine too. Doesn't have to have a back. We're not going to use a back, but just something that's about 1.5 feet or 2 feet tall, just to get off the ground. So those are the props. Oh yeah, and a block if you have one, but that's not necessary. Just for one exercise near the end, we'll use a block, but you can use a rolled up towel or a rolled up sock, or I can just show you how to do it without using anything. So water bottle and sweat towel, and that's about it. We are going to do 11 groups of exercises tonight in an A-B pattern, and it's going to go 20-20, 20-50. Every group is going to be different, and we are going to do the first 5 groups are going to be wall focused exercises, and then the second group will be using your chair for focused exercises. And a little bit of everything. Strength and cardio is our theme tonight, and we're going to be doing lots of arms, so you may feel this tomorrow. It's a little bit of a tougher class, but you can do all. I can show you the modifications, and you can do the progression as you need to. So let's get started. We'll start in child's pose just to do our little bit of a warm-up here. So come onto your mat and bring your knees wide and big toes touching. Stretch your arms forward and rest your forehead to the mat. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. On your next inhale, lift up and walk off the mat to the left. Bowing to your left knee. All right, releasing. Let's go to the other side and bowing towards your right knee. Head towards your right knee, breathing deep into that left side of the body. Come on back to center. Bring your palms to touch and forehead to the floor. Bend your elbows so the thumbs come to the back of the head. Take one more deep breath in and out here. And then release the arms forward, rise up and come to tabletop pose. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath their hips. Going to cow and cat, rounding the spine. Exhaling and then inhaling, releasing the belly, lifting chin, chest forward, shoulders drawn back. Exhale and inhale. Moving at your own pace, whatever feels comfortable for you. Move around a circle motion. Pick a direction to move into and bend into your elbows as you are doing that. Keep your airways open, so breath nice and consistent. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Engaging the core just slightly here. behind you. Lift shin off to the left, right foot to the floor. Sweep your right arm up and over and then down, circling the arm. Deep breaths in, just keep circling. Rolling the shoulders back, so you're opening up that chest. Another deep breath, lifting up the arm, just pull it back, maybe looking over your shoulder, and then release down. Bring it back to tabletop pose and then switch sides. Bring your left leg back and then right shin off to the right and then just spin open to the side and then begin circling the arm. And just deep breaths in and out here, rolling that shoulder back. Right shoulder, left shoulder, keeping the chest open. And lift up the arm and then take it back a little bit. And then release down. Bring it back to tabletop position. Walk your hands forward and tuck your toes under and come up into downward facing dog. Walk it out. Pedaling the feet out. Lift your right leg back behind you. Just stretch it back, kick it back, and then release it down. Then left leg, kick back, and then release down. Right leg again. Inhale, exhale, left leg, inhale, kick back, and then exhale. Then one more time on each side, reaching down and up, reaching and down. Separate the feet at the back of your mat. Walk your hands towards your feet to come down, bend into your knees, come down into a squat position at the back of your mat. Okay, just holding here for a moment, setting the hips down and back, lifting your chest forward. Okay, open to the right side. Left hand comes down to the floor, reaching up, and then release to the other side. Release to the other side. And then to the left, inhale, exhale, down, walk forward to plank pose, and lower through chaturanga. Lift into up dog or cobra, inhale, and then exhale, come back into downward facing dog, walk it up. Step your right foot forward, bring the left knee down to the floor, and take the arms up. Inhale here, exhale, hands down to the floor, step back into plank, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, exhale to downward facing dog, step the left foot forward. Inhale, exhale, step back into plank pose, lower through chaturanga. Up dog, exhale, downward facing dog, step your right foot forward. Inhale, reach up, open the arms, take the left arm over top of the right arm, lift the elbows, drop the elbows, lift, drop, one more time, lift, drop, open, arms, take the hands back behind you, clasp your fingers, pull back, inhale, exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise up, arms reach up. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step back into plank. Lower through chaturanga, bring it into up dog. Exhale to down dog, and left leg steps forward, right knee down to the floor. Arms reach up, arms open, right arm over top of the left arm this time, and then just 3 lifting and releasing. Lift elbows. Inhale, exhale, and then one more time. Inhale, exhale, open the arms, take the hands back behind you, clasping, pull back, inhale, exhale, bow, inhale, arms up, exhale, hands down. Step back into plank, chaturanga, bring it into up dog or cobra, and then come back into downward facing dog, walking it out. Step wide at the back of the mat. Walk your hands towards your feet, this time straight legs so that you're in standing forward fold at the back of your mat. Sway from left to right. And then just go over to your left leg and then bow towards it. You can grab behind the back of the left ankle if you want to. Drawing yourself in closer. Other side. And come back to center, rise up all the way, reach up to the ceiling, inhale, and then exhale, right arm down to the right side, just do your side bend. And then left arm down to the left side. And then reaching up with both arms, inhale, exhale, hands back behind you, clasp your fingers behind you, pull back, look up, exhale, bow forward, bend your knees into a squat. Just a halfway down squat here, not all the way. And dropping the head, lifting up the arms, breathing into those shoulders. Push through the feet and lift and stand straight in the legs. Arms reach up, inhale, and then exhale, arms down by the sides. Begin spinning left and right, twisting left and right. You can walk your feet in closer and you can kind of just shift your weight from left to right as you are moving. So just getting the shoulders warmed up here, arms loosened up, neck relaxed. Moving into more of our dynamic warm up here, just to get the heart rate up there a little bit more. Okay, and just one, and that's it. And then coming down for a squat and toe touch kick. So reaching with both hands to 1 foot at a time. Don't worry about if you can't touch your foot, you're just reaching and try and get some extension through that leg. A little bit of stretch through the hamstring there. Opening up those hips, getting the hips warmed up. Inhale down, exhale. Inhale down, exhale. One more on each side. Okay, now doing, using the length of your mat, you're coming down, bending into your right knee, and the left leg is going to straighten out, and then we're going to step that right foot to the middle, and then step out with the left leg, and then you're touching your right hand to the, or hand to the opposite foot. So just switching sides. So a little bit of twist through the waist. You don't have to go very fast here. So it should feel like a stretch through the inner thigh, but also should feel like your outer hip is getting a little bit of a stretch as well. Exhale down. Inhale as you come up. Really try to pull the hip back. When you're bending your knee, you're pulling that hip way back. And let's go one on each side. There, okay. Now coming to the wall, I'm just doing a forward fold wall stretch. So standing about a couple feet away from the wall here. You may need to adjust your mat from the wall at any point here, just depending on the exercise. But placing your palms on the wall and then walking back, and then sliding your hands down the wall, so that you want to have a flat back as best as you can here. And just stretching that back way back. So push into the wall, breathe. So you should feel this targeting the shoulders, mostly here. Low back. Take another deep breath in and out. And then releasing. So you can walk forward and release, and then just begin shaking it out again. So just twisting. If you want to use some box or shuffle, if you want to, while I am explaining the exercises, then you can do that, or you can just sit back and watch and save your energy because you might need it. So first exercise, and that's going to be for 20-20-20, is going to be a walk down plank. You're going to do 4 moguls, and then you're going to walk back and do a jump up. So at the back of the mat, you're going to walk down. 4 moguls, so knees together to the right and then to the left. 4 times through, 2 on each side. Come back to plank pose, walk to the back of your mat, and do a jump up or just do a reach up at the back of the mat. Okay, now for the wall exercise, is going to be 50 seconds long, is a push up and clap. So standing about 2 feet or so away from the wall, feet are going to be just separated, maybe even wider than your hips. And then you're going to, with one hand first, you're going to come down, just do a one-handed push-up, clap, other side. Okay, and then try to keep a straight body line, so don't bend your knees, don't go floppy and push your hips into the wall. Try as best as you can, keep rigid, and just use your arms to push that wall away. So you're catching yourself and pushing back, okay? And then you're switching sides. You don't have to clap, but I'm just adding that for fun in the middle of. So that is 50 seconds. So let's get started with the walk down plank. 4 moguls, walk back, jump up. Get my timer. Okay, start in 20 seconds and go. So plank. Back, jump up. That's it already. Goes by super fast. So we have 2 more rounds of that 20. Go for it. Five seconds rest in between. I forgot to mention, not our usual 10 seconds. Okay, 4, 2, 1, go. Okay, that's it. This is your 10-second break. After those 20 seconds, we're going to that wall push-up clap. 2, 1. This feels way too easy. Step further away from the wall. Check your form. Should feel like you're getting a chest stretch, as well as you should feel that your bicep pushing and back. Remember, keep the legs rigid, engaged for this position. Try to keep engaged. That was it. Okay, easy peasy first one. Just for a little warm up. Now, so A is kneel down, jump tucks. So you're gonna switch which leg you're kneeling down in, and it's gonna look like this. So you're gonna go down with your right knee and then your left knee, come up with your right foot and then your left foot, and then do your jump tuck. And then you're gonna go the left knee next. So that you're gonna start with your left knee. So whatever leg you go down on, that's what leg you're gonna come up on. Do a jump tuck and you're alternating those legs. That's for 20, 20, 20. Then for your wall portion, here's side plank with the wall. So you can move your mat so that your hand is on the wall. Your feet are gonna be right up against the wall here and just staggered. So legs a little bit scissored here, but pushing into the wall. So what you're gonna do is reach up, under, up, down, spin, reach. Okay, make sure those feet are contacting the wall the entire time. This is 50 seconds on and 10 seconds rest. So again, just make sure your heels are pushing into the wall so that you can have that contact and it keeps your legs engaged and it gets your core engaged. So we're gonna start with the kneel down jump tucks. And that's for 20 seconds on, and 5 seconds rest, and then you get that 10-second break before your 50-second. Okay, 20 seconds, you guys, go. Don't come down, kneel, kneel, up with the right, jump tuck. If you don't want to do the jump tuck, you just stand up, do a jump squat. Try to remember which leg you went down on. That's it already. 2, 1, take go. All right, one more to go. 2, 1, go. Two, 1. Okay, so come up against the wall for the planks. Alternating the sides. Just get into your form first. Feet touching the wall. So reach up, under, up, and spin. Doesn't have to be a fast motion here. Try to keep your core engaged the entire time. Nine seconds left. All right, that's it. So that was the second group of exercises done. Just short compared to our 4 minutes, but this is only 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes. So pretty short. Kneel, so next here, jump squat, wall touch. So you're just basically coming down and then touching the wall as high as you can, and that's it for 20. Then we're going to do some side planks on the wall. We're going to go on the right side first. So forearm up against the wall, and then you're going to come away from the wall. Don't let your hips sink in. You're going to, again, try to keep a rigid underbody line. So the right side line body will try to be as rigid as possible. Now with this left leg, you're gonna go out, hand out here, out first, and then in. Out, and then in. So knee bent, leg straight, and then the knee bends. Okay, that is it. And then we'll do the next side on the next round. So jump squat, wall touches, you guys, 20 seconds. And go. Just try to land soft, get down low, and try and touch up high. I'm gonna use my mat to cushion me a little bit. Should start feeling this in the legs. The heart rate up. It's gonna get real. All right, go. Okay, now side plank. So forearm, right forearm, Walk your foot away. My right foot's about 2 feet away from the wall. Just try to bring the heart rate down. Breathe out through the mouth. Core engaged. 20 seconds left here. Three, two, one. Okay, that was that one. Now for our next one, the first one is going to be another kind of burpee style. You're going to be in plank. Okay, so you can just maybe have your mat where your feet are going to be, so you can move your mat away from the wall. Or it doesn't really matter. Okay, so what we're doing is going to place your right hand on the wall, and then your left hand on the wall, right, left. Jump in twice, so half burpee, and then jump in a third time, and then you do your jump up. Okay, so you're reaching, but you're actually putting your palm flat on the wall and just push into the wall. If you want to make this easier, then you can do that on your knees. So you can be in tabletop pose, but walk your knees away so they're not right underneath your hips, because that's not gonna really do much. But if you can walk your knees away so that your core gets engaged, then you're just kind of shortening your lever there. And so you're just placing your hands, okay? Place your hands, then you do 2 half burpees, and the third one you jump forward and jump up. That is A. And then for B, you're doing your side plank on the left side. So let's get started for 20 seconds. Go. So just 2 on each side. Gonna go by fast just because we only have 20 seconds to do the whole thing. Go for it. You're just trying to do as many reps as possible with these HIIT exercises. All right. Maybe feel yourself slowing down. That's okay. Go for it. All right. Okay, side plank on the left side. So left forearm is going to be on the wall. Sorry, I won't be able to face you, but walk your left foot around, and then we are doing this. So try to keep straight body line on that left side. Try not to sink in like this and kind of do some kind of weird thing like that. Try to keep lifted through that hip. Targeting the outer hip here. And then you'll feel it on your underside as well. Stabilizing muscle, your outer hip. Six seconds. 1, okay, that's it. And that was that group done. Okay, Next one is our last wall exercise, and we'll get into some chair action. So this one's the funnest one, so leave it to the last. The handstand hops, alternating legs. You can bring your wall or your mat. Which leg is gonna go up and push you up? Okay, kind of doing these little hops up the wall. That's for 20. Then we are going to do wall sit and leg kick out. So you sit down at your wall, try to have a 90 as best as you can, and you're doing some kick outs here. Okay, that's for 50 seconds. Give it leg burnout here. So 20 seconds, get yourself ready and situated to see what's going to be the best way for you to do this down handstand hop. Measure it out, and then when you're ready here, 20 seconds, go. And then you kind of want to pick up the pace. So you kind of actually look like a lunge, like you're doing a lunge at the wall. Break. Go. Make sure your fingers are spread nice and wide. Your wrists are prepared to take that weight. And you'll feel it if you haven't done a handstand in a while. You'll feel it in your shoulders for sure. Okay, we got one more surprising cardio here. Getting the blood rush into the head. Oh my goodness. Okay, wall sit, bring that cardio down. Heart rate down. And kicking out. Just one at a time. Extend that leg. Okay, if it's too much to do that, then you're just here, just sitting in the chair. So make sure you feel it. If you don't feel it at all, you need to sit down lower. Okay, if you're like right here, that's not going to do too much. Make sure your hips are down low. Your legs are at least 90 from your hips. Back flat, pushing into the wall. 10 seconds left. Four seconds, 3, 2, 1. Holy moly. Okay. So you can take a water break. We're gonna go into chair territory now. Still the theme of doing a little bit of cardio and working on strength. I think this is gonna be more focusing on arms for this round. So grab your chair and just kind of place it near your mat, and the back is gonna be up against the wall for more stability. So we're gonna start with a plank to a leg extension, knee in to leg extension with your feet on the chair. Now, if this is going to be too much, then you can opt out of using the chair and just do your plank from the ground, toes to the floor. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. Feet up on the top of the chair. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just 3 and 3. That's it for 20. Now, we're going to do a bridge. This is what I was talking about with the block. So you can use a block or no block for your bridge pose. You can bring them out a little bit closer. Feet up on the top of the seat there, block in between the knees, and extending the hips up, pushing the hips up, and squeezing your glutes and squeezing your knees in towards the block and then releasing down. You can have that same effect if you just have a ball, a rolled up sock, something to squeeze on, or you can kind of separate your feet so that your knees kind of knock in towards each other and do that same thing, okay? Now, starting with our plank knee ends. And you can do that from the floor too if you feel it's too much. So do the hardest version you can first, and then you can go to an easier version if you feel it's too much. 20 seconds, you can go. Now. So 1, 2, 3, and then switch your legs. All right, break. And just come into a squat. Okay, go for it again. Keep your core engaged the entire time. Oh, gets really hot really quick. It's awesome. Hopefully you're doing the chair version. Gotta try it. Just taking your planks, your mountain climbers to the next level. 2, 1. Okay, now get on the floor and get ready to bridge it out. Okay, when you're ready to go for it. So try to find your full range of motion. When you lift the hips, again, you just want to try and squeeze to the glutes so that you feel like they're activating. Adding that block or some kind of prop in between your knees is going to activate your inner thigh muscles. So that's what that is doing as well. So we're trying to get those glutes, but we are also targeting the inner thigh muscles and less kind of about the hamstrings. But you will definitely feel this in the hamstrings no matter what, if you are propped up. Kind of total leg exercise here. That's it. All right. Okay, done that first chair exercise. Now, next page. Okay, on to some lunges. We're just going to kill the legs right off here with our lunges. We're going to do the right leg on the chair, on the seat, and we're gonna lunge down. So what you wanna do is it's kind of tricky just to get used to it, but you don't want that knee to go way over your foot on that left leg. And when you come down, you think about trying to sink down and almost pull that back knee, your right knee, back towards the seat. So if you feel your shin slam into the back of the seat, you may need to walk forward, or you may need to take your foot more to the edge of the seat. Okay, those are things to work out, watch out for, and make sure that you don't feel any knee pain. Again, just make sure that your front knee's not going way over your ankle. Okay, that's for 20, and then we're doing a burpee. We're doing 4 plank jacks. We're not using any props here, just straight cardio. We're doing 4 plank jacks and 4 mountain climbers. So jump back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump forward, jump up, come back. So doing that over again. Okay, you're doing a jump forward and jump up, 4 and 4, and you're just trying to get it, go as fast as you can, getting the heart rate back up there. Okay, so let's do some lunging. You're gonna be using the right leg on the back of the chair, or on the seat, I should say. 20 seconds, you guys, and go. So, may take a while to kind of get the balance of it all as well. but it should feel eventually like you are using that left leg to push, right? You should be feeling like you're isolating. Now you can keep your foot on the chair here if you don't want to lose your measurement. Otherwise, you're just taking that break there. Make sure you're pulling that back knee back, so you're not leaning way forward, you're not doing this. You're trying to stay upright in your posture, chest up. Okay, and you can keep holding that position and go. Keep breathing. Five, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so that was our lunge, and we are going to the burpees next. 2, 1, go. So 4, and then 4 mountain climbers, 2 on each side. Jump forward, jump up. Oops. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was it. All right, good job, good job. I got low battery here, so I'm just going to fix that. One second, you guys. You can just keep continuing to do your boxer shuffle. You want to keep your heart rate up here. I'm almost with you plugging in this phone. Okay, and we're back. So next one, we are doing the lunge on the left side, and then we're gonna do tricep dips off the chair. So those look like this, and you can bend your knees to do this. Pull your elbows straight back and extend your arms. So bend and extend. And then if you want to make this harder, then you're walking your legs away from your seat. Do not do this. Do not make it into an extension through your hips or a glute exercise. Try to kind of keep everything kind of rigid in your body other than your arms. So just think you're pushing and all that power is coming from your arms, and you want to push up. That way you can isolate, and then you're going to take, it's going to make it harder, but you're not going to use your hips to assist you, and it'll just be more effective that way. So 20 seconds for the left leg. Left leg's going to be on the top of the chair, and measure it out. Here we go, 20 and go. So sinking down and pushing up. Now it should feel like the right leg is doing all that work, all that pushing. If you don't feel like this is doing anything for you, then sink down a little bit lower. You can have a break, by the way. 2, 1, little short breaks, 5-second breaks. Not much, but it's something. Pulling that left knee straight back and pulling it back to keep your posture up. You're not leaning forward. Okay, break. Remember, try not to do this. Try to stay up. Got this last round to do. And then we're on those tricep dips. Okay, should feel like this outer hip, the glute, is working like crazy on that right side there, pumping it out. Okay, that's it. So tricep dips are next, using your chair seat. 50 seconds, you guys. Start with the hardest version you can, and then you can make it easier by walking your feet in. Remember, you're not doing this, you're not pushing your hips up. Sink down. So think of heavy bottom, like your seat is super heavy and you want to push up. Push out of your shoulders. Feel free to go slow. Try to keep pulling those elbows back each dip you take. Almost there, we got 6 seconds. 2, that's it. All right, good job, good job. And we have a few more to do. Keep hydrated, but not too much. All right, so next one, we're doing some elevation again. We're doing an elevated plank, 4 twisted mountain climbers, and then 1 regular push-up. That should feel awesome after those tricep dips, you guys. Can't wait. No sarcasm there. Okay, so feet on the seat, and you're doing cross mountain climbers, so right knee to the left elbow, and then the left knee to the right elbow. 4 times through, so 2 on each side, and then you do your push-up. And then you repeat. Okay, it's pretty tough. If you want to just do that on the floor, you are just in plank pose, and then you're doing those mountain climbers, and then you can do a push-up by just dropping your knees down and do your push-up. Okay, so that's 20 seconds. Woo, 20 seconds times 3, and then we are doing, for 50 seconds, alternate pistol squats using the chair. So you're gonna have a seat, stick your right leg out first, arms in front of you, and then you're gonna stand up and then lower. Stick your left leg out, stand up and lower, okay? Switching sides and just going down like that. If you feel like it's just not, you don't even feel it at all, it's not even working for you, then you can just try regular pistol squats and practice that way here. But the chair, it should be low enough. It could mean that your chair is too high, your chair seat's too high, so you're not getting enough extension, but you should feel this is a workout for your quads and some balance as well. So make sure you're being challenged that way. Now, let's get started. I wasn't talking all that much, but just enough to give you a little bit of a break for these push-ups and mountain climbers. 20 seconds, you guys, go. 4 on each side, do your push-up, repeat. Break. And again, you can go into a squat, give your wrist a shake if you need to. Go. All right. And go. Ho, 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 ho. Starts getting real fast. Oh my goodness. Okay, the pistol squats. Have a seat, relax for a second. Right leg out first and Go. Left leg out. Try to push it out as much as you can. Try to get some extension. Flex through your foot. Core muscles engaged. Go nice and slow. Seconds here. 2 and 1. That was it. Okay. Okay, moving along. Some short little exercises here. Okay. Wide to narrow. Again, we're just gonna get some cardio in here. I'm not using the wall or chair. Wide to narrow jump squats. So touching the floor, step wide, touch the floor. Step narrow, touch the floor. Keep moving. Getting the heart rate up. Now, for B, we're doing some sit-ups with the leg. You can move your mat in closer. Legs up on the seat. And you're going right elbow to the left knee, and then center, and then cross over to the other side. Center, cross, center, cross, center, cross, center. Repeat, 50 seconds. So let's get to it with cardio. Get the heart rate up there, 20 seconds, go. So squat down nice and low. Try to keep your chest up high. If you can't reach the floor, you can do this, or you can walk. You can do these little walks, okay? You don't want to do any jumping. Okay, that's 20 seconds. You can just try to do as much as you can because it is just 20 seconds. Many reps as you can. Okay, break. You got one more round. Shake it out, shake it out. Go. Start to feel this in the legs for sure. 6. Woo. 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was awesome. Okay, your break is abs. It's a nice break. In go. Make sure you're exhaling. Exhale out through the mouth. Really try to pull your rib cage down every time you contract. Every time you exhale. If you want to make this harder, I'm not touching my shoulders all the way down. I'm not doing this and then coming up. I'm just keeping them hovering the whole time. So keeping my abs turned on, my upper abs. This is where you should feel it, upper abs. Okay, that's it. All right, we're almost at the end of the workout. We have one more. Yeah, you guys, one more. So, pike push-ups, we're gonna use the chair. Okay, you can do this from down dog to do this as well. So basically, your legs are just elevated and doing some shoulder presses. So, this is what it looks like on the chair. And down dog on the chair. And doing those. I'm not gonna demo too much because I gotta save my shoulders. And then if it's too much, then you're in down dog, just doing that, okay? And you're pushing up towards your bum. You're not pushing up like a regular push-up. You wanna push back up at that angle towards your seat. Then we are doing some side step ups, a little bit of cardio as well. So you can move your mat a little closer. So it's gonna look like this. You're gonna face your side to your seat. You're gonna step up and you're going to pull the elbow into your opposite knee. So you're going to go a stutter, stutter, and then step down, spin to the other side. Stutter, stutter, down, and you can kind of like jump to the other side, or you can just spin around, walk to the other side. But if you want to make it more cardio intensive, then you're just kind of speeding things up a bit. I'm winded just demoing that, so I'm a little bit worried. Okay, pike push-ups from your chair or from your floor. And I gotta move my mat in so then. Okay, 20 seconds, you guys, go. If you want to just hold that down dog, pike with the legs elevated, you can as well, because that's going to strengthen your shoulders as well. Just putting that much more load, weight on your shoulders. Push-ups are just taking it up a notch. Oh my goodness. It'll get you stronger for doing your handstands, that's for sure. You are practicing that. Practicing that scapular retraction and release. Holy moly, I can't do anymore. I'm just gonna stay and done. Okay, so next to cap it off, we're doing those side step lunges, chair steps. Okay, so 1 and 2, step down, turn around. Make sure you have that sturdy chair. Almost there. 13 seconds. Whew. Definitely feel this in the legs. Okay, that's it. Good job. Okay, that's the end of the HIIT workout. Good job, everyone. Take some water. And move your props away if you want. Okay, we're gonna start to cool down, some yoga and stretching when you're ready. Sweeping arms overhead, sweeping arms down low. Inhale as you rise up, exhale as you fold. Bring that heart rate down bit by bit. At the top, grab onto your right wrist with your left hand. Take it over to the left, looking to the right if you want to, or just looking straight ahead. Come back to center and then go to the other side. Grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. All right, and then come back to center and then release. Stepping to the top of your mat, sweep arms above your head. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the floor, step your right foot back. Drop your right knee down. Reaching up, twist to your left. Reach your right arm forward and left arm back. And just keep reaching Taking it back, right, taking your left hand to your right back of the leg somewhere, or wrapped around your waist if you want to, looking over your left shoulder or looking up at the ceiling. If you want to make this more intense and you're letting your hips sink down, therefore your right knee or your left knee is going to bend a lot deeper here, and you're sending yourself more into a back bend. Releasing out a windmill style, taking your right hand down to the floor, and then lift your right knee up, and then take your left arm up. Spiraling your head forward, reaching back through your right heel, and engaging that whole right leg here. So making this lunge an active lunge. Take your left hand down to the floor, and step back into plank pose, lower through chaturanga. Begin to up dog or cobra, and then take it back into downward facing dog. Okay, just walk it out here. Stretch your right leg back and up into the air, and then down. Left leg same. Bring it down. Right leg, take it back and hold that. Breathe. Push through the right heel, point your toes down. Switch. Left leg, push back through your heel and point your toes down. Then down. Right foot steps forward. Left knee down to the floor. Arms up, and then twist to your right side. Reaching out through your arms, and just keep breathing. Lifting the crown of the head high. Take your right hand back, the back of the left leg, and tip back. Looking over the shoulder, or looking up at the ceiling, maybe sinking into the right knee, sinking down through the hips. Should feel a huge stretch to that left side. That's what it's meant to do here. So just take it easy. If it feels like it's way too much, you're just going into your own progression. With your left hand, you're just gonna windmill it out. Plant the left hand down to the floor, lift the left knee up, and then reach your right arm up. And squeeze the left leg straight. Breathing into that position. All right, bring your right hand now into the inside part of your right foot, and then lift and spin your toes so that they're pointing to the left side of your mat. You're in a wide-legged standing forward fold. Fold to the center, drop your head. You can grab onto the outer edges of your ankles and your legs here, pulling yourself in deeper. Breathing into your back, shifting the weight just slightly forward, or maybe shifting slightly back, or maybe both, just to kind of get into the different layers of your legs and where they need to be stretched. So you'll feel that depending on where your weight shifts, you'll feel it more in the backs of your legs, or you'll feel that in the outer ankles, inner thighs. And then lift up halfway, bring your hands to the center here, and then we'll take a twist. So left hand down to the floor, you can come up onto the fingertips or put a block underneath your left hand to do this. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling and rotate from the rib cage into the shoulders and neck and head. If that's too much, your hands just on your low back. By the way, keeping your back flat. Down you go, and switch sides. Head reaching forward to get that flat spine. And releasing down. Walk yourself over to the top part of your mat. Step back into lunge. Lower through chaturanga. Take it into up dog. Now slowly look over your right shoulder. Slowly look over your left. Come back to center, and then come back into downward facing dog. Walk it out. here. Bring your knees down to the floor and then come sit back onto your heels and then come back into reclined hero's pose. You can come up into camel position if this bothers your knees in this much flexion. Otherwise, if it feels good and your head feels okay, drop your head back. Breathing into those shoulders, so really squeeze those shoulders back. And then releasing. Come forward, up into downward facing dog. Walk forward to the top part of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Exhale. We're going to use the wall to do a dancer's pose position here, but supported. So just feel like a really awesome stretch through your shoulders and through your whole front line of your body. We're going to start by balancing on the right foot first, facing the wall. You can be off your mat or on your mat. Plant your right hand onto the wall and bend into your left knee and catch the inside part of your left foot here. And then you can walk your right arm up higher, and then you can also kind of play around with where you're standing from the wall. So if you want to, if you feel like you can hinge forward quite a bit in the pose and you have a lot of room to move, then you're stepping back away from the wall 2 or 3 feet. So play around with that. Again, you're just balancing on the right foot, grabbing onto the inside part of your left leg. Now make sure you're not doing what I'm doing right now. I'm just looking at the camera. You want to point that knee straight down and then pull it back. Okay, so you should end up just looking down at the floor for this position. And just focus on the straight body line. Pulling the left shoulder in, pulling the left knee in. So big stretch through that right shoulder, you should feel that, and front body. And then releasing that and switching sides. So now that you kind of have it measured out, you should be even here where you're standing, grabbing onto the inside part of the right foot. And then again, just looking down once you have your position, kicking up into the hand, just like dancer's pose. Getting a lot of extension through my shoulders, so I'm really feeling this in my shoulder quite a bit. Keep breathing here, long deep breaths in, long deep breaths out. And then releasing out of that position. Doing what we did at the beginning of the class, just a forward fold, both hands facing the wall, walking back, stretching out the back. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Okay, and then releasing, and then some more shoulder stretching, just coming to the wall, cactusing your arms back to the wall, and then just lifting up and then lifting down, keeping your elbows bent the whole time, up above your head and then down. Try to keep your shoulders contacting the wall and your arms contacting the wall, back, so basically your upper back, and then you'll feel that space where your lumbar spine is, but your butt should be touching the wall. Inhale up and then exhale down, squeezing your shoulder blades down as your elbows come down. Okay, and then done. And then the next one is one on each side. Just taking your hand palm onto the wall here, and then reaching your left arm away, and then just starting to rotate the chest, or rotate your body so that the chest starts opening up. fingers are pointing up towards the ceiling here. Try to keep your hand right in line with your shoulder so it's not above your shoulder, just straight in line. And then you're just kind of using this arm here to rotate. It should feel the stretch going right across the chest, collarbones. Breathing into that, then let that go, and then switching sides. So again, the hands are straight up from the shoulder, reaching your right arm out to the right, and then start to rotate as much as you can to open up that chest, still pushing into the wall. Relaxing the facial muscles as best as you can here. And then releasing out. Okay, just give your shoulders a little roll, shake out, shrug out. Stepping to the top part of the mat, sweeping the arms up above your head. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Step back into downward facing dog. Walk it out. Come forward, one last vinyasa through, coming down through chaturanga and then up through up dog, just holding that position for that back extension. And then releasing. So just coming up onto the tabletop position, and then we'll spin the legs around. So we're gonna continue just using bits of the wall here for our cool down as well. First one is just a simple forward fold with the feet on the wall, feet touching the wall, so heels onto the wall. And this is just to keep your feet flexed, basically. So you can stay here and then just folding forward as much as you like. Maybe you're reaching towards your feet. And just breathing into your back. Make sure your heels are right, touching the wall or touching your baseboards. Releasing, and then just taking the right leg. The right leg's gonna stay where it is, and the left leg is going to stay there. Or left foot is gonna come into the right thigh, and then bowing. And then releasing, switching sides. Right foot in, left leg extended, and bowing forward. And then releasing. Take your feet into wide V-sit position. And you can prop yourself up, by the way. I'm just gonna try and sit on my mat as best as I can here. Here we go. And taking your feet into a split-leg position. So whatever's going to feel comfortable for you. And your hands are going to be behind you, and they're going to kind of act as a brace so that you're not rounding your upper spine at all. You're just going to lean forward into the stretch, and your feet are contacting the wall, and you can progress by just getting closer to the wall, basically. So keep your arms in close by your sides, pushing into your sides, and then you're just taking your weight forward, leaning forward into it to increase the intensity. Breathing deep. Try to keep thinking about lifting up from the low back. Try not to sink and round your upper spine or your spine at all here. Just keep flat as best as you can. That may mean you're not able to go down as far, but that is fine. All right, and then just slowly back out of the wall here. Shift yourself back, and then we're gonna get down onto the back from here. Rolling like a ball. Grab onto the backs of the knees, inhale back, exhale, roll forward. back to happy baby pose. Grabbing onto the knees, grabbing onto the shins, or grabbing onto the feet, rocking from side to side here. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Okay, next is figure four. So you can spin around or wherever you are, but the feet will be up against the wall here and you're on your back. Make sure that you have some support in your back here. You're either on your wall or you're not on a very hard surface. You want to be as comfortable as possible. Figure four, take your right ankle on top of your left knee. Flex your right foot. Okay, point the toes up, curl the toes towards your knee. Now if you don't feel this, then you got to shift your weight, shift yourself, your bum, closer to the wall. So the closer your bum gets to the wall, the closer your thigh and your shin comes towards your chest. Okay, to make this less intense, of course your bum is coming away from the wall. So choose your own progression here. And just keep breathing. Now with your arms, you can do whatever if it feels good. Have them out in a T position or alongside your ears position, just to keep your arms, shoulders stretching out, and just doing this passive stretch is really excellent for them, and opening up the chest actually just brings in more oxygen just by lying like this, just because your body position allows for more oxygen to enter and release as well. So deep breaths in, deep breaths out. And try to make sure that your low back, by the way, is on the floor as well, so it's not hovering above the floor. Slowly let that go and switch sides. So sometimes if you feel like one side is just way off than the other, then you will need to change your position where your butt is from the wall, but in most cases you'll just be able just to switch here. Try to just aim for symmetry as best as you can for the sides of your body. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Think about breathing into your belly. Taking it apart here and releasing. Okay, so now what you're going to do is we're going to do a twist here, but one side is going to face the wall. We're going to spin around and do the other side for the next side. We're going to start with your right side to the wall. So the wall will be at your right side here. With the left knee, you're going to pull it in. Okay, I'll take some measuring here where you are from the wall. It's going to depending on your length of your leg, and we're going to take that left knee over to the side here, and then we're going to try and extend it out. So I need to move my mat away from the wall so that when I take my leg over, my foot will be right up against that baseboard. Okay, so I'll have something to push into, and I'm just gonna slide off the mat here, and that's fine as well. So my left foot has something to push into, and my right leg is extending straight underneath. Now I can bend that right leg as well, so that the knee is bent, kind of depending on how that feels, but having the leg straight will definitely intensify the stretch. So both legs kind of scissored out like that will intensify the stretch. So I'm reaching down through my right leg. I'm pushing into the wall with my left leg. And the intensity will be all around that outer hip, the low back, and maybe in your shoulder. If you feel like your shoulder is really tense and tight, then opening up this way will, you'll feel that for sure as well. So again, just kind of holding as best as you can, breathing into that stretch. Notice how it feels when you take a deep breath in, and imagine, just visualize yourself breathing right into the hip on that left hip there. Think of the left hip dropping down. All right, so taking your time here, releasing out of that side, and I would have to spin around. You'll probably have to do the same, spinning around to do the other side, the right leg. So that means the left side will be up closest to the wall here. You're gonna hold that right knee in, give it a good squeeze in, and then you're going to take it over to the right. So the right foot, my foot is pushing right into the baseboard of my wall, and it has something to push against. So the leg is pretty much straight. My left leg underneath is straight out, but you can bend your bottom knee like I explained on the other side, and your right arm can be reaching out to the right to further stretch your shoulders here. So big twist through the body. You should also feel this through the abdomen, by the way. This is a great pose to help improve your revolved half moon, as it's kind of the same thing, but you're on your back. But what happens in that revolved half moon, your foot is pushing into the floor, and your other leg, or you're sending yourself into the twist. So one part of your leg is stabilized while you're trying to twist the upper part of your body from your abdomen to the rib cage to the shoulders and all the way up. So this pose is a great prep pose for revolved half moon if you're working on that. It's a great overall stretch as well. Nice passive stretch. Holding out another 3 or so breaths here, just breathing deep. Alright, so slowly releasing, just take your time and come back around. So I'm just going to spin around so I can face the camera again. And you're on your back, give yourself a big hug. Breathing deep. Feet to the floor, and we'll end in windshield wipers just before Shavasana. Bring your feet to the floor, knees wide, feet wide. Drop your knees left and right. Arms out to a T position. And basically you're just kind of massaging your glutes as you're doing this. Give yourself a little shake out on kinking the body here, just to let your body kind of be still and relaxed for your Shavasana. As you're moving from side to side, also notice how the soles of your feet feel. See if you can make them feel even more relaxed, and just noticing your weight transferring from the inner edge of your feet to the outer edge, back and forth. At your own time, you're just slowing everything down and then moving into Shavasana or any other comfortable position using whatever props you have, or sitting down in whatever comfortable position you have as well. Using blocks or props. Arms down by the sides in Shavasana, head touching the floor, feet open to the sides. Begin by taking a long deep breath in through the nose, filling up the lungs, filling up the belly, expand right up, and then take a long exhale out through the mouth. Just like deflating a balloon, just letting it all the air go, noticing your low back sink deeper into the floor. Begin again, this long deep breath in, and expanding, feel the sides of your body grow, out to the sides, and long deep breath out through the mouth again. So just one more deep breath in and out through the mouth. On that exhale, that final exhale, just letting everything go, letting the first part of your week go, letting this evening, this day and this evening go here as we wind down. Begin just resuming normal breath pattern here without trying to change anything. Begin just observing your breath from now on and trying to let yourself be still. So letting your heels just sink down and relax into the floor, into the earth. Letting the calf muscles fully recover and just relax down. Backs of knees, backs of thighs, fronts of thighs, both legs that worked really hard tonight. Just letting them go to relax. Continue breathing in, just notice belly gently rising, falling. Notice your back, notice your mid-back. Soften your whole upper back and shoulder blades so that they're comfortably resting down onto the floor, onto the earth. Backs of arms and hands completely supported. Relaxing throughout the sides of your neck and back of your neck, letting your head completely rest. The whole back line of your body resting, being supported by the floor and still. Allow space to happen across your forehead and allow the eyes to relax. All the muscles around them, allow your eyelids to be heavy. Soften the jaw and relax the tongue in your mouth. Just soften the throat, collarbones, chest, abdomen. Feel your whole body breathing and your whole body relaxing together. Your time here, bringing the attention back to your breath. Big deep breath in through the mouth, in through the nose, and then maybe a breath out through the mouth here. Gently reawakening. So allow the fingers and toes to take up space, spread them out. Graduating to the wrists and ankles, and allowing more movement to come through in the rest of your body. Along with deeper breaths, along with sound in your breath, just being mindful about where you're moving and just enjoy movement in general here. Just the simplest of movements without having to rush the body. Just seeing and exploring what feels good right now and reawakening just the simplest twists or stretches on the floor. Along with deeper breaths. So just taking your time, you're rolling or rocking over onto your right side. And you can make your way up to seated from there, or just continue on your Shavasana. Namaste, everybody. Thanks for joining me. And yeah, have a great evening. And maybe see you back here online next week. But it just kind of depends on if the studios are going to open or not. So we'll see. Just check out updates on Live Elements Yoga. I'll let you know in advance if it's going to be online or in studio. And be sure to check out other videos from the past. They're all up there, and I don't take them down. It's a good deal. There are also videos on YouTube if you're not on Facebook, so you can share that information away, and you can share this video, and you can like this video if you like it. So yeah, leave me a comment below and let me know what you'd like to see in a class. Otherwise, I'm just going to make stuff up as we go along here. And yeah, have a great rest of your week, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.